Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of short thrillers. There's just something about a tightly paced, suspenseful story that grabs you by the throat and doesn't let go until the very end. And these films, well, they really pack a punch in a short amount of time. These are the top 10 movies you absolutely must watch at least once. Let's get started. Kicking off our list is a film that might make you think twice about that mysterious present left on your doorstep. The Gift isn't your typical feel-good story. It's a slow burn, starting with an unsettling atmosphere that just builds and builds. Joel Edgerton, who also wrote and directed the film, does a phenomenal job of creating this palpable tension. You know something is off about his character Gordo right from the start. Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall are equally fantastic as Simon and Robin, a couple trying to escape a troubled past. As Gordo worms his way into their lives, the film throws twists and turns at you, keeping you guessing about his true intentions. Is he just a lonely guy looking for connection, or is there something darker at play? And that ending, man, just when you think you have it all figured out, The Gift pulls the rug out from under you. It's a gut punch that leaves you with a lingering sense of unease long after the credits roll. It's a film that stays with you, prompting you to question what you would do in a similar situation. It's a masterclass in building suspense and delivering a truly memorable ending. Next up is The Invitation, a film that'll make you think twice about RSVPing to that next dinner party. This movie is a masterclass in slow burn suspense. It preys on your paranoia, slowly turning the screws until you're questioning everything and everyone around you. Logan Marshall Green delivers a fantastically unhinged performance as Will, a man haunted by a past tragedy, who finds himself at an increasingly bizarre dinner party hosted by his ex-wife. The atmosphere is thick with tension. You can feel Will's anxiety grow with each passing moment as he tries to decipher the strange behavior of the other guests. Is he just projecting his own trauma onto the situation, or is something truly sinister unfolding? Director Karen Kusama does a brilliant job of keeping you on edge, using subtle cues and unsettling imagery to create a pervasive sense of dread. And just when you think you've figured out where the story is headed, bam! The rug is pulled out from under you with a shocking and unforgettable climax. Buckle up, because Coherence is a mind-bending trip into the Twilight Zone. This is a film that takes a simple premise, a group of friends having dinner during a comet passing, and twists it into something truly unsettling. The film is shot in a found footage style, which adds to the realism and immediacy of the situation. As the night progresses and strange things start happening, the characters are forced to confront the possibility that multiple realities are colliding. It's a heady concept, but the film does a great job of making it accessible and engaging. You're right there with the characters, trying to piece together the mystery and make sense of the chaos. What makes Coherence so effective is its focus on character and dialogue. There are no cheap jump scares here, just a growing sense of unease and paranoia as the characters realize the true nature of their predicament. It's a film that stays with you long after you've seen it, prompting you to question the nature of reality itself. Hush is proof that you don't need a complex plot or a big budget to create a truly effective thriller. This film is as lean and mean as they come, with a simple but terrifying premise. A deaf-mute author is stalked by a masked killer in her secluded home. The film's strength lies in its execution. Director Mike Flanagan, who also co-wrote the screenplay, uses sound, or lack thereof, to brilliant effect, putting you directly in the shoes of our protagonist Maddie as she fights for survival. The tension is relentless, and you'll find yourself holding your breath as Maddie uses her wits and resourcefulness to outmaneuver her attacker. John Gallagher Jr. is genuinely chilling as the masked stalker, conveying a sense of menace with minimal dialogue. But it's Kate Siegel's performance as Maddie that truly elevates Hush. She delivers a powerful and nuanced portrayal of a woman pushed to her absolute limit, and you can't help but root for her every step of the way. The Others is a gothic masterpiece that proves that sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we create in our own minds. This atmospheric chiller, set in a darkened old mansion shrouded in fog, will send chills down your spine. Nicole Kidman delivers a career-defining performance as Grace, a devoutly religious mother living in post-World War II Jersey with her two photosensitive children. The film preys on our primal fears of the unknown, as Grace and her children experience increasingly disturbing events. The line between the living and the dead becomes blurred. Director Alejandro Amenabar masterfully builds suspense through suggestion and atmosphere, using minimal special effects to maximum effect. And then there's that ending. Just when you think you've figured it all out, the others hits you with a twist so brilliantly conceived, so perfectly executed, that it'll leave you reeling. It's a testament to the power of atmosphere, suggestion, and good old-fashioned storytelling. 10 Cloverfield Lane takes the claustrophobia of a confined setting and ratchets it up to 11. This spiritual successor to the found-footage monster movie Cloverfield drops us into an underground bunker with three strangers in the aftermath of what appears to be an apocalyptic event. Mary Elizabeth Winstead delivers a powerhouse performance as Michelle, a woman who finds herself trapped in the bunker with Howard, played by John Goodman, a survivalist with questionable motives. The film keeps you guessing throughout. Is Howard telling the truth about the outside world, or is he holding Michelle captive for his own twisted reasons? The tension is palpable, and the performances are top-notch. Goodman is particularly menacing as Howard, a man who walks a fine line between helpful protector and unhinged captor. 10 Cloverfield Lane is a masterclass in suspense, keeping you on the edge of your seat until the very end. It's a film that will stay with you long after you've seen it, leaving you questioning who you can trust in a world on the brink. The Babadook is more than just a horror film. It's a poignant exploration of grief, trauma, and the monsters that lurk within our own minds. This Australian psychological horror film centres on a widowed mother, Amelia, played with heartbreaking vulnerability by Essie Davis, struggling to cope with the death of her husband while raising her troubled young son, Samuel, portrayed by Noah Wiseman in an incredible breakout performance. The film introduces the Babadook, a creepy storybook creature that becomes all too real for Amelia and Samuel. But you know, the true horror of the Babadook lies not in jump scares or gore, but in its unflinching portrayal of a family cracking under the weight of grief and despair. Director Jennifer Kent masterfully blends psychological horror with emotional depth, creating a film that is both terrifying and profoundly moving. The Babadook is a film that will stay with you long after you've seen it, prompting reflection on the power of grief and the importance of confronting our inner demons. Green Room is a brutal, uncompromising thriller that will leave you breathless. This is a film that doesn't pull any punches, depicting violence with a visceral realism that is both unsettling and utterly captivating. The film follows a punk band who find themselves trapped in the green room of a remote club after witnessing a horrific act of violence. What starts as a fight for survival quickly escalates into a nightmarish battle against a group of neo-Nazis led by the chillingly calm and collected Darcy Banker, played by Patrick Stewart in a truly terrifying performance. Director Jeremy Saulnier crafts a tense and claustrophobic atmosphere, using practical effects and a gritty visual style to create a truly immersive experience. Green Room is not for the faint of heart, but for those who appreciate their thrillers raw and uncompromising. It's a must-see. Don't Breathe flips the home invasion thriller on its head, turning the tables on a group of young burglars who think they've found the perfect target, a blind man living in an abandoned neighborhood. But they soon discover that there's more to the blind man, played with chilling intensity by Stephen Lang, than meets the eye. Director Fede Alvarez crafts a suspenseful and often terrifying film using sound design to brilliant effect. The film's unique premise and relentless pacing will keep you on the edge of your seat from beginning to end. Don't Breathe is a reminder that things aren't always what they seem, and sometimes the most vulnerable among us are capable of the most unexpected acts. Finally, we have The Autopsy of Jane Doe, a film that takes us deep into the morgue for a chilling and mysterious ride. This isn't your typical gore fest, it's a slow-burn thriller that uses atmosphere and dread to truly get under your skin. The film centers on a father and son coroner team, played by Brian Cox and Emile Hirsch, who are tasked with examining the body of an unidentified young woman. As they delve deeper into the autopsy, they uncover a series of bizarre and increasingly disturbing clues that hint at a dark and sinister past. Director André Ovredal creates a palpable sense of unease, using the confined setting of the morgue to maximum effect. The film is beautifully shot, with haunting imagery that will stay with you long after the credits roll. The Autopsy of Jane Doe is a chilling reminder that some secrets are best left buried. And there you have it, folks. These are the top 10 short thrillers you need to watch at least once. If you enjoyed this list, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie recommendations. See you next time.